Uh, all right. Uh, let's talk about becoming a futuristic human. A futuristic human. Um, the ethics, the morality on the issue. It's an interesting topic, undoubtedly. It really is becoming like superhuman, you know. So um, there's so many movies out there, but we don't really know what it's like to be superhuman unless we watch sci-fi movies, right? So um, the idea is there, the concept. The reality is not, though. So therefore, the execution is not. It's always in. Sorry, I just washed my face off. So yeah, I got the Cabenuba injection shots. I guess it's a new experimental HIV shot. So it left me crippled. I thought it was supposed to do something positive, but anyways. All right. Let me make my ghetto cigarettes while I explain to you about transhumanism, a topic I'm so fascinated with. Yeah, transhumanism. And how it's gross but fascinating. Like, my parents are probably the prime examples of what it means to be just on the cusp of transhumanism. You know, my mom was in an accident, so half her arm was implanted with metal. Not too many people can do that now. So my dad, I guess, is knee or something. So anyone that has like a replacement, you know, unfortunately. I mean, that should be like already basic bitch stuff, you know. Like, if you can't do it by now, then what's the fucking point? You know? Anyways. Transhumanism, the ethics and more like morality of it. I mean, you could be a big fucking millionaire, billionaire, rich, powerful fuck, but not know a damn thing about morals or ethics when it comes to transhumanism. You can scream and holler about AI and machines taking over the world and turning us into little pod people stuck in fluids and being downloaded into a system of algorithms and simulations like the Matrix. Okay, well, that sounds funny because that's a movie. Did y'all hear that? Yeah, I heard gunshots too, so. But anyways, have you ever seen Keanu Reeves' movie, The Matrix? It's a cool movie. I heard gunshots. Someone didn't watch the Matrix movie. So, Keanu Reeves, great movie. Lana and, the Wakanda. Anyways, I don't know. Just their thing, you know. But the Wachowskis, do I say sisters or brothers now? I don't know. I know they're not brothers, but they're sisters, right? Now they're sisters. I don't want to be a sister. I like being a brother, but they're smart. They made a good movie, and I think it's Octavia Davis. That's where they kind of got the inspiration from. So, you know, transhumanism. Are we gonna be half like humans and robots in the future? Or what? And the ethics and morality of the issue. Sure, Nazis. They did it, right? Yeah, we know. But they did it like, and so did the Japanese during World War II. But, you know, we did it in all the wrong ways. We did it all in the wrong ways at the time. We tried to accelerate it. That's the problem, because we were under a short time frame. But there are some things that came out of it, you know, like some really good things. So, I don't know. What do you think? I don't know. Did Doc Martens come out of it? I like Doc Martens. People say Volvo. But I heard now that Sweden has this like microchip. This microchip. So, does a lot of things. Wouldn't it be cool if you could have like a microchip? Just start now, you know, just a small microchip. And it doesn't go out or anything. So you could do a phone call like, hey, like ding, hey, or something like, I need to do the internet. Bing, hey, and it's all by this microchip. Until you can get that perfected, like, what the fuck are you doing? You're wasting your goddamn time, right? You're wasting your goddamn time. If you can't get it to that point, or you can't go like, bing, and like what are you doing? Because technology has to be small, efficient, and perfect, right? Small, efficient, and perfect. What I mean by small, why do we need like big sockets in our brains that are almost bigger than our head to just like upload into Starlink? Why can't I just go, bing, here's Starlink? And it's probably with like, I don't know, say something as big as probably like, I don't know. Gosh, I can't think of it. Something about as like big as that. It might be in here. And all I have to go is bing. I want like Kentucky Fried Chicken. Be here in 5 minutes. So, because Kentucky Fried Chicken by that time is like all AI and all I have to do is bing, because I'm on like some kind of thing or something. I don't know, but do you know what I mean? I'm kind of afraid to go out because I heard gunshots in Salina. Like, the fuck? Why are you here? You know, like, you don't even know our town. Like, are you off the interstate? Are you off the interstate? Okay, that's why. That's probably the reason why. Yeah. Somehow, some way, you got caught up in the whole. Yeah, it gets wild. I heard. It's all staged, though. They all suck everybody in here to just play that game. Just play that game. But anyways, you know, Where do you learn how to create the best security in the world? Hmm? Probably, let's start in Salina, Kansas. We love it. We love high security, really high security. We just don't have the best team. The best team. We have some good team members, but we also have a lot of bad team members, if you know what I mean. But there's always good and bad in everything, right? It's just everybody has to play their part properly. So, I mean, when I went to high school, I couldn't say everybody was a good person and everybody was a bad person, you know? I just had to deal with them. Like everyone else. You might not have wanted to deal with such and such, but you had classes with them, right? Make the best out of a bad situation, I guess you can say. So, anyways, the ethics and morals of human cyborgs. So, yeah. Anyways, I'd one being like, say for instance, I would like to reference like a couple of movies. Ghost in the Shell, like I said, The Matrix, and what was the other one? There's also Blade Runner. Blade Runner is a very hot topic too. You know, it deals with slavery. So I mean, but yeah, just the thought of having something as small as like this. I'm sure it's a security measure too, and a tracking device. We put it on all cats and dogs. So, oh, I need my back. My leg hurts. Oh fuck, doing laundry. In the ghetto. Yeah, in the fucking ghetto. Like, in the ghetto. Like, I am just not comfortable around a lot of people that, like, ain't you got your own? Ain't you got your own? Because I think you do. I know you do. I seriously know. I know for a fact you do. Everybody has their own. You just have to be smart. Ah, fuck. I just got caught. Bunny rabbit, retarded bunny rabbit jumping. So, alright, anyways. So, like I said, the ethics and morals of transhumanism. Where do we go? I mean, there's this group called the Bilderbergs. Alright, let me tell you. They're like highfalutin type of group, all right? And they have this statue, and it's really disturbing. It's like a transhumanist experiment gone wrong. So, yeah. It's like a human being slash bone thing, exposed bone robot, like swimming in water, looking like a dog. Just something that went awry. So the best thing I would say is try to fix it the best you can. Don't keep experimenting it, but try to find a solution at this point, you know. Learn from your mistakes. We couldn't even start from a freaking microchip where I wouldn't have to fucking do this, honestly. Like, I wouldn't have to set up a camera and wait on the internet. Like, it's so, like, backwards still. Like, I can't even get to, like, the corner of my apartment complex because of what happened to bing kind of thing. We have to start somewhere. It's so 1990s. So I'm still waiting for, like, everybody has Starlink, like, hooked up to their hands. You know? Like, bing. So yeah, I want Kentucky Fried Chicken. Bing! It will be in 5 minutes. Like, this always drops, and it costs a whole bunch. So, like, and I'm like, oh, like, and it doesn't plug in, and when I plug it in, it's like, and I'm like, it has foreign water in it, and it has foreign objects in it, so it's just like a mess. And I never know if it's charging or not, so it's just a mess. Like, I don't know how to do it right. I'm not an expert in that. But, like, bing is what I want, all right? I don't want to be like a half humanoid, half robot dog living in water at the Build-A-Bird pond. Yeah. I hope it's the perfect idea for you, though. If you're willing to try it, then I might be willing to try it. So, what we can do is try to find someone that's smart enough to do something better. Better. Yeah. Better, so. Like, I don't know. See where we can fix where we made the mistake. We don't have to leave it off at just 1, 2, 3. Maybe 4 might be a little bit better. Not like adding in, like, we gotta subtract and we gotta add this. No. But, like, because we should have just already been at Bing with the hand thing, so, if you know what I mean. Where how the hell you got this mess. This, I'm just hoping and praying. Yeah. You got a solution at this point, know where to go after this. Like, you learn your fucking lesson. Let's talk about lessons. My mom, okay, you ever been around a rice cooker? All right, a rice cooker. Yeah, anyways. And you see the steam, like, busting out of the little hole. When I was a kid, I was so fascinated with that. And my mom used to say, don't touch that, or it'll burn your finger. But I did it anyways, and it burned my finger. I learned my lesson, no doubt. But I learned also how to maintain a good rice cooker after that. How to make a perfect rice cooker. I didn't just leave it as like some water dog flapping around in a pond somewhere in a rich person's luxury backyard, like some half human, half robot bullshit. I was thinking in terms of fucking, like, yeah. Anyways, hand it over. I told you don't play with fucking devil's money. So. Anyways. I guess that's how they do it in, like, when, I don't know, but maybe I got this right. I don't know. I'm not trying to cause a stir. I just already know that there is a stir. Because people wanted it that way. They couldn't hide it anymore. They couldn't hide it. So the jig was up. All I had to do was sit here and pretend. Just pretend. No, I hopefully I didn't hear anybody's car or gun. Sometimes you hear like a muffler and it sounds like a gun. Oh God, there's God again. Hey God. Hey God, how are you? Yeah, God's doing pretty good. He's like, hi, I can't it might burn shit out. So let's just do that. I'll put this out as a precautionary tale. See? There it is. See if anyone finds it. Yeah. So, hey God, how you doing? So, that's God. Kind of like God, I think. I don't know, maybe. Who knows? It's up to you. So, kinda, I guess, if it makes sense. But yeah, transhumanism. I don't want to burn out my camera. We'll look at it from, I don't know, this perspective, I guess. So, we'll do like stage lighting. I don't know. What do you think? Like intimate portraits? Alright. So, what do you think? Transhumanism. Do we want to be cyborgs like Neo in the Matrix? I think that would be cool. But until I get big, you know, but I don't want to be like some creepy manifestation of some weirdo's concept of, I don't know. You do you. You deal with that ethical and moral dilemma. Fix it, or what? Eliminate it? Eliminate it. Okay. We know how that ended up in many situations. So, like, human experimentation, the Nazis, the Japanese. Yeah, we learned about a lot of medical important shit, you know. We learned about important medical shit, right? And in some instances. Still bad, but we learned a little bit. Not enough. That came with time. But ultimately, we learned something. All right? Would you say? I don't know. Bioweaponry? Who knows? There's so many levels. I'm not saying let's give peace a chance at this point. But I think we have the means to do it. I think we just need to start at the basics. Get them down. A, B, C, D, E, F, G. You can't go A, Z, like, or A, W, X, Z, or A, M, Z, you know. A, B, C. Small baby steps at a time. Not. I think a dog, even, I don't know, however you want to see people as, dog. Anyways, this is my ghetto cigarettes. I found like tobacco, like a little bit. We're spending another week doing this bullshit. I'm going to fucking McDonald's next week. I don't fucking care. It's not my fault. So, yeah, I've had these for like, and I was thinking in the future if I reincarnate, maybe that I can have like a holographic halo on my head. Like, bing! But it's like a holographic halo. Like as a priest. I don't know. But I want to be like really hot and sexy priest. Like one that smokes cigarettes or something, or vapes. And wears like rosaries and the whole clerical thing, like it has a bald head and like this. It has like this like bing halo that's holographic. I don't know. Maybe it's a little different in the future. I mean, think about 1,000 years. You think Christianity is the same it was 1,000 years ago? If you think so, I don't see anybody dressed like they were like during Jesus' day. I can't think of it except nuns in Jerusalem, probably. they come the closest. I got nuns in Jerusalem that are Christians. That's about the closest I can think. Like that color, maybe. But, I mean, the veil, I forget what it's called. I don't know what that thing is called. I wonder what a futurist, I'm not a girl, but I know what kind of like the halo is, kind of. Kind of. It's like, it's almost there. It's almost there. The concept is there, but it's not what I'm thinking in here. So, I mean, you can think you know what I'm thinking, but ultimately you don't. And it doesn't matter what I know or what I don't know. Ultimately, it doesn't matter. Because I'm not, although you want to call me AI, I'm not AI. Because AI is probably better than me. More than likely, AI is like a million times better than me. The problem is people get triggered over the stupidest shit because they don't understand it. They're monkeys in the head. There's still monkeys up here. How do you be competitive in a world that's ever changing? You just be a monkey. The whole time your head's like, ooh, 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 ah, 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 ooh, 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 ah. You know what I mean? Yeah. It's because you're on survival mode. You gotta feed the kids. You gotta make sure the family's like, how do I pressure this guy into like totally buckling under me? Here's $1 million. Yeah, here's 2. Here's 3. Here's 4. Here's 5. And then all of a sudden it's like blood money and you get busted with it or some shit like that. For buying, I don't know, something that they say is illegal now. And now you're like this. And your kids are taken away because, you know, you got, I don't know, DCF, food assistance, and whatever. I don't know, whatever. It's tobacco. See? It's tobacco. So, I don't know, I don't want to spill it. But in the ghetto, like, I know Jewish ghettos. Yeah. At the last minute, they round everybody up. First, they put like certain people in the ghetto, and then at the last minute, they round everybody up and just put them on trains. You know, that's how they do it. The last minute. That's the hard part. That last minute. Because you know you're losing. That's why I guess Stalin in a way won. You know, it wasn't about shit like that, like high technology, violating rights and ethics and morals, seeing how far you can push the gamut. We already know that's wrong. We already know. But I'm sure my mom or my father, who have like implants, could probably use something that's probably better by now. Not so like, I don't know. I wouldn't say go and do it now. Don't change it. Leave them as is. They're fine the way they are. They've already healed and everything. It's like piercings. If you ain't got a piercing, first it hurts, and then after a while, you get used to it. But, yeah, don't fuck with my parents. And if you fuck with my parents, yeah. Sorry. I know they hate me. But don't fuck with them. Or my family. Sure, I say talk shit about them. Because I'm pissed off at them. But I don't go into your house and say, oh, apparently your parents don't like you either. Yeah, I'm sure your kids have a lot to say about you too. So, anyways. Oh yeah, it's another retarded tobacco thing. So, after I heard those gunshots, I don't want to go out right now. But when I run out of food, I best damn sure I will. I don't give a fuck about no crazy, retarded, fucking religious fundamentalists. That has a monkey for a brain. Yeah. Oh yeah, this sounds like a really good idea, bud. Yeah. Like, where did we go wrong? Did we just leave at Hitler and then keep going Hitler? Yeah, I think so. But anyways, technology. How can it help us? There's this concept. I want to address these things. Specifically, Ghost in the Shell. I think Akira is a little extreme. Just a little extreme. That, like, I don't know if I'm going in the Akira stage. That scares me too. Like Bilderberg statue in the water, dog, human, hybrid, weirdo, creepy thing, sculpture, or Akira. Are those the two things we're going after? Like Tetsuo, you know, like, how the fuck do I have all these vascular veins? We'll see what God says. What does God say? Motherfuckers are paying the price. I'm gonna knock you out. Mama said knock you out. I'm gonna knock you out. Mama said knock you out. Yeah. So, I don't want to build a... Let's hope we go with something better. Hopefully we're smart enough to figure this shit out first. Let's not let some crazy fundamentalists tell us what's what. If you know what I mean. They don't know. How many... what? They went to university for 10 years, 20 years, taught at university and thought this is a good idea. I'm glad I own that university now. I do look like a good professor. What is it, Harvard, Stanford, Yale, Princeton. I always wanted to go to Harvard. Dean. Yong Kerby of Harvard University. Dean Dr. Yong Kerby, PhD. I just want that PhD in there just to rub it in. Of Harvard University. Damn. So, where'd you get that? So now I'm the Antichrist because I realize I have to be. I needed that sacrament. I really did. Like, I seriously needed that sacrament. How many nuns died for that today? I was gonna, I guess now, be the fucking, like, slain lamb. That's where it started out. I don't think I'm gonna make it. So, I'll have to leave that for everybody else to take now. And it's not because the institutions are being overrun by any group. It's because they're broken. People miss their kids. People like me deserve more. And people that don't deserve shit take whatever the fuck they want. I'm sure there's a mama or daddy out there, some white trash guy who spent his whole life trying to make ends meet. Is trying to find a fucking can of SpaghettiOs that they can make for like 3 kids. What do you do then? I got a couple pieces of bread. I got some ketchup and butter. Let's just toast it and put it all together. Here, I got some garlic salt. And a little oregano. Kids will love it. I had a neighbor like that one time. I was like, damn, that dude cooks good. I could just smell it. I was like, damn, where do you learn how to cook? Like, man. I could smell that steak. I just couldn't help it. It's that steak smell. Made me hungry all the time. So. Steak kind of expensive, so. Yeah, everybody has a story, this and that. I'm the type of person, good fences make good neighbors. So I never talked to him except for once. I was like, sorry, I'm gonna spray paint down here. I hope it doesn't mess up your steak smell. I'm sorry. I might have pissed him off. I don't know. It's hard living in an apartment complex. But God, every day I'd smell that steak. It's like, oh man, I bet it's good. I don't know if I saw him one time. I don't know if I did. I only saw him once. A long time ago. Maybe. I was working somewhere at some restaurant. And I tried to throw him something extra and I got in trouble. I thought it was him, but I didn't know. Like an apology and like, I didn't know if he was mad at me or something because I like, I'm sorry. But damn, that steak smell just, oh man, it smells so good every day. He'd go out there and grill it for, I think, his family. But, you know, I can't really say anything bad about my family. Who wouldn't be jealous? So, especially if you hear gunshots out your door. They're like, yeah. Yeah, uh-huh. All girls want to be like this. They're trying to make it an industry sacrifice. But, you know, I didn't want to be like that at all. That wasn't my intention. It wasn't. I didn't want any part of it. I wouldn't have. No, I wouldn't have. So, no way in hell I would have. I already know about that industry. That's not a place I want to be. I just do this for fun. And now I'm doing it for posterity reasons. And I'm sure it's going to get deleted in the end. You'll never know who James Kerby probably really was, Yong Kerby. You'll never go back in the archives of time and be like, is this guy interesting or not? I don't know. Am I gonna waste like 20 minutes watching him on YouTube? Or am I gonna watch this black chick who's doing tarot card readings saying I'm the best thing since apple pie? So, you know, that's like me. I'd probably pick the black chick that tells me I'm the best thing since apple pie, honestly. That's just me. I mean, she's got like what? Thousands of views in the first 2 hours. Of course she's gonna be cooler than me. I couldn't imagine anybody else. But yeah, all the girls want to be like this, so I guess. Everybody's jealous. Everybody's jealous, you know? So, I couldn't imagine who would actually be jealous of me. Like, I have no clue. Um, my sister, my mom, and my dad, and probably my niece, given that I'm 50 years old. You know, and I don't look like most 50-year-old men. It must be the Korean in me, so. And you know how it is. White people and Asian people always have beautiful children. That's what they say. That's what they say. Oh, too much. Sorry. Don't want to look like I'm smoking weed as tobacco. I'm sure the dogs, when they drive past, will not hit on anything. I'm still trying to get up that great big hill of hope called the mailbox. At some point I'll get there. I'm still trying to contemplate 2 to 3 mile walk up Ohio Street towards the bank, so I can say, hey, I need food. Can you just turn on like or give me like $10 with my card, because I need to pay off my bills too. So I don't know what's going on out there. I'm scared to know. Let's look at this point. My anaconda don't. I know they think I'm probably paranoid, but fuck. Don't want. This is my normal new, like, yeah, she might want to look at that just in case for later. My anaconda don't. Yeah. Yeah, I would be jealous of my family too. It's all natural. A lot of walking. It builds like gluteus maximus, stride walking. You should see my grandmother. On my dad's side. My Aunt Kathy's got a big badunka too. And I guess maybe my uncle, I haven't seen him. But I think that's like the Victorian look back in the day when white people had big badunkas back then. Somehow the Asian just made it perfect in the end. It got too big after a while, so it had to be like reshaped. So yeah, jealousy. At least you're sitting there and I'm sitting here. Hopefully if they don't feed you, I'm gonna be so pissed. I'm gonna be so pissed. They're gonna eat dog kibble for the rest of their lives. I bet they want steak. My mom likes it medium well. But anyways. And I think, does my dad like it rare? I don't know. My sister might like it medium. And you might have to ask my niece because she's like, I don't know. Is it called not a la carte, but like, she has specifications, I think. I always screw them up, so. She's one of those girls where she's probably not going to be happy with her order, but she'll sit there. It's just jealousy, you know. That's all it is. It's been like that our whole lives. It's always been like that. I don't know what they like though, in terms of sauces. I think she likes hollandaise, my niece. I don't know. You might want to ask her. Cut with like sage, rosemary, and thyme. Maybe like a butter compote. Salt and pepper with some fried garlic. As for my mom, she might do bulgogi and rice, maybe, style. My dad, he likes it just plain and simple. Like, I think he's like, just like all American, like just basic. He don't like a lot of flavors. Kind of like rich people, they don't like flavor. You know, so. As for my sister, she likes a fiesta, like, yeah. But anyways, if you bring it to me, I won't eat it. I don't care who you are. Maybe if you were my family, because I've always trusted the fact that it might be safe, but I don't want them to risk their lives for that stupid stuff. Just because somebody's jealous or stupid shit. Like, you're a loser if you're that jealous. Really. Like, jealous. Sometimes it's valuable to have an asset. I would never, like, I definitely like have the dog check everything out first, you know, and be like, hey puppy, come try this. Because dogs love that kind of meat. You know, you have to think like the old ways. You always have some creepy weirdo that's jealous. I wouldn't eat there all the time, but you know, when the time is right, they better do a good job or they're fucked. So, like, if I come back and I have to eat, it better be just as good as the first. If it's not, I'm not wasting my fucking money there ever again. I don't care. That's just how it is. I hate my family. They hate me. So, I know who my worst enemies are. And it taught me a lot. I bet a lot of people would be jealous of that. But yeah, totally let the dog taste everything. Even the chocolate if you have to. Or you can like give the first bite to the like guest or like the host. The host should always try it first to make sure it's okay. Just as Kim Jong-un. Or Vladimir Putin. Or Xi Jinping. I don't think Xi Jinping would have done that though, honestly. I think he has more class than that. I think he'd try to cut you a deal, like a good one. I don't know, that's just how Asians work. We like business, the art of negotiation. We like win-win situations. I'm just saying, that's how it works. It's not winner takes all in our opinion. I mean, sure, we have a long history of shit, but we always come back. We always come back to each other. We always come back. Just like white folks, they always come back to each other. You ever see a white folk like stand out among So I know when white folks don't accept me, they're not going to accept anyone else. And we might as well just milk that for what it's worth, like a fucking cow. So. Sorry, Dad, you taught me well. He's like, I'm the stepping stone. I'm your stepping stone. I'm your test. So, I know my dad hates me too, but, at least I know he's a bad guy to me. And he'll always be there. And he'll probably always tell me he's the bad guy. But at least I know who I'm looking for. Unless I don't have to play political intrigue with people all the time. Or some shit like that. I already know what you're about. So, type of deals. So anyways, transhumanism. Why I might end up a retard. Is it Nazi experimentation on humans? Type of human rights violations? Or, I don't know. Maybe I want to buy Israel. Yes, I love Netanyahu. Deep down inside, I do. I know he's a bastard, but I still love him. All right, before I get shot. I always like Judaism because it's like the Old Testament. So, anyways, most people don't know that. Not all white people know that. They just know that, or, oh yeah, they don't even know that the Jews don't even deal with the New Testament of the Bible. They think it's a bunch of crock. You know, the part about Jesus, they think it's bullshit. So, anywho. Oh my God, look, I have a moth. Give peace a chance. Anyways, I would just like fucking go in there, like if I was like Netanyahu, and just like, this is what I would do. Just like, move all the Palestinians out of the way, alright? Say, hey, we're taking over. And then like overnight build like this like high-tech place. Massive high-tech place. And then push all the Palestinians back in and mix them up with the Jews. And everybody lives like this like really hardcore like high-tech lifestyle that everybody wants to live in that area. And everybody wants to be like. But I already know China does that well. We all know China did that really well. So anyways, Nazi human experimentation involved brutal, non-consensual medical tests performed at least 7,000 to 15,000 concentration camp stuff, you know, all that garbage. We thought concentration camp prisoners were good by German physicians and scientists during World War II. So, military survival tests conducted to help German armed forces survive harsh combat conditions, including high altitude pressures in chambers and free. Okay, this starts to get weird anyway. So, I mean, I understand that, but, you know, some of this is just kind of weird. All right, it got out of control. So, yeah. Anyways, transhumanism. So, this is where we start getting into ethics and morals regarding human experimentation and technology. Let's just start off with the basics, my friends. We don't have to jump to... Okay, we're going to make a reference point here. Let's see. I have to. I'm sorry. Not this shit. Please, not this shit. I knew it. It's this shit, right? God damn it, you weirdos. Fucking creeps. Anyways. Off with their heads. Oh, I'm sorry. It's called, yeah, that's what it was called. So, anyways. I guess it's hard to be, like, jealous. Transhumanism is an intellectual and cultural movement that advocates for using science and emerging technologies to enhance physical, intellectual, and psychological human capacities beyond normal biological limitations. Human enhancement. I mean, like, I don't want to talk too in depth about that. I'd just be careful, very careful. Like, about shit like this, like extremely careful. Like, I'd be like, bye. You know, like, we've already made our deal with you. We ain't getting shaken down anymore. Now we know what we want. So, anyways, life extension, slowing, reversing, and keep going, like eliminating aging to achieve radical longevity and physical immorality. Like, you can talk to my fucking lawyer, asshole. You know, Papa Legba. So, type of shit. Exploring the possibilities. This would be a beautiful house. I know it. Kind of shit. My house. Kind of shit. Like, mind uploading. Bye. Get the limo. Hurry up. We're out of here. We made our deal. Bye. Kind of thing. So, envisioning a future where humans evolve in a new transcendent species. Thank God we already have this all documented, so we know what the fuck's going on. Everything's been documented. Everything's been like cleared. We got it all. So, hook, line, and sinker, right? Transhumanism. Try it, buddy. So is an intellectual and cultural movement that advocates using existing, emerging, and speculative technologies to enhance humans beyond current natural limitations. I wouldn't trust them worth a shit. So, like, it's not my fault you're jealous at the wrong people. You know you're jealous at the wrong people. Anyways, that's gonna cost you though, regardless. Especially when it comes to that family. That family will take you down in an instant, so. Transhumanism is an intellectual and cultural movement that advocates using existing, emerging, and speculative technologies to enhance humans beyond cultural narrative natural limitations, particularly by extending longevity and improving cognition, health, and well-being. So let's continue on to Nazi shit. Be careful. Be careful. Science fiction films. Let's keep going. You're missing out. It's futuristic and science fiction species. Like general fall into several core categories based on physical traits, origins, and capabilities. Let's talk about humanoids, bipedal species with human-like body plans, often created to be relatable or visually familiar. Or energy and non-corporeal beings, entities composed of pure mana, radiation, or light rather than carbon-based matter. Shit like that. Let's mix them together. Like the ghost in the shell, a humanoid, is a non-human entity, creature, or machine that has a human form or distinct human characteristics, non-corporeal beings as entities that lack a traditional permanent physical body and exist instead as pure energy, thoughts, or abstract concepts. And let's just go into like fictional extraterrestrial species and races. Let's keep going. Ghost in the fucking shell, dude. This is where it starts to get ethical. Yeah. Let's talk about ethics and morality now, and the future of humanity in terms of becoming transhumanism. All of a sudden, I'm not that interesting anymore, right? So, God forbid I talk about something that's worth a shit. Hopefully you saw a star and it wasn't me. I just pretend I'm the star. The real star is the one. You know who she is. So, Ghost in the Shell. So, Ghost in the Shell. I can contrive some kind of big thing like that. Anyways. Yeah, I can't mobilize shit like that. I don't have the means or. Yeah. Anyways. Ghost in the Shell. There's a fart for you too. There's a kiss. Ghost in the Shell. So, two animated films based on original manga. That's directed, yeah. Was released in 1995, follows the Puppet Master storyline from the manga. It was recreated in 2008 at Ghost in the Shell 2.0 with new audio and updated 3D computer graphics. So, yeah, Ghost in the Shell. It just gets thicker. Ghost in the Shell. So, anyways, it talks about things like, let's come back, kids. Let's come back. We need to start understanding some shit here. What is she? Is she a humanoid and a non-corporal entity? Because she can be linked up to her soul into technology. Her soul can be linked up to technology. So, interesting. But she maintains her physical form. It's too late now. You already fucked shit up. So, Ghost in the Shell should have explored that topic years ago. Ethics and questions of what defines human morality and consciousness when the mind can be separated from the body. The soul in a machine. The term ghost represents human consciousness or the soul, while the shell is the physical or cybernetic body. Value of life when memories and personalities become digital data that can be copied, altered, or erased. The intricate value of individual identity faces an existential crisis. Major Moto Kusanagi, willing to merge with the puppet master, raised moral questions about abandoning organic human limitations for a networked post-human existence. Capitalistic dominance. Advanced cybernetics and artificial intelligence are heavily monopolized by corporate and political elites. Exploitation of the weak. Ethical concerns are frequently ignored in favor of economic or political stability, reducing people to irreplaceable cogs in a corporate machine. So, yeah, full body cyberization is usually reserved for medical emergencies or elite military law enforcement roles like Section 9. Socioeconomic gaps. Impoverished individuals often face a severe digital divide, lacking the financial means to access vital cybernetic upgrades, advanced care, or critical information. See, the problem is old people don't understand this. Yeah, old people only understand bullshit, so they don't understand who Neo is. Do you understand who Neo is? Huh? Keanu Reeves plays Neo. Thomas Anderson, who is a standard human, born and raised inside the simulated reality of the Matrix. But he is also the one, a prophesized human with unique abilities to manipulate the fucking code. Yeah. Who is Neo? He is a baseline human born to human parents inside the Matrix synthetic incubation fields. See old people fighting about stuff where new people are talking about this shit.
Awakening. He takes the red pill offered by Morpheus while disconnected his physical body for the machine pod and wakes him up in the real world. Zion, Nebuchadnezzar, role, the one. He has a special genetic or energetic anomaly that allows him to perceive and bend the code of the Matrix, giving him superhuman speed, strength, and flight. Like, this is totally something Americans would be like in the future. This is so American future, future American. So, the ethical and moral issues in the Matrix. The Matrix explores deep ethical and morality issues regarding human freedom, the value of truth versus happiness, and the cost of liberation, the ethics of truth versus ignorance, the experience machine, the franchise mirrors, philosophizer, Robert Nozick's thought experiment. It asks if a pleasant, fake reality is better than a harsh, real one. Cypher chooses ignorance over the bleak, cold reality of Zion, betraying his crew to return to the simulation. Informed consent. Discussions on platforms like Reddit show mixed opinions on Morpheus. So, yeah. Human rights and manipulation. Loss of autonomy. The machines treat humans as passive biological batteries. This is the scary part right here. The machines treat humans as passive biological batteries. This strips away individual agency, privacy, bodily autonomy on a mass scale. Algorithm-induced realities. The simulation is a form of total psychological manipulation. It forces fake sensory inputs to pacify a captive population, raising questions about digital deception and control. So, something old people always have a hard time with. Like, young people do not have this problem. This algorithmic induced realities. It's just normal for us. At this point, so is the loss of autonomy, except for, being used as biological batteries. But ultimately, algorithmic induced realities we do all day. The morality of violence and liberation. Collateral damage. Neo, Trinity, and Morpheus kill security guards and police officers inside the simulation when rebels view the agents of the system as systematic threats. Critics note that these figures are ordinary people integrated into the Matrix, making the rebels' carnage morally ambiguous. The burden of freedom, unplugging people, carries a heavy psychological cost. Older minds struggle to adapt to the real world, raising the ethical dilemma of whether it is responsible to shatter a person's reality when they cannot mentally handle the truth. Oh my fucking God. Should we read that again? Because old people are stupid. Yeah, I'll say it again. Any young person would understand that statement, but the rest of, anyone that's not of our generation would not understand the burden of freedom argument, of morality, of violence, and liberation. Unplugging people carries a heavy psychological cost. All right. Older minds, like older people, struggle to adapt to the real world. So they don't understand what's going on in the Matrix, raising the ethical dilemma of whether it is responsible to shatter a person's reality when they cannot mentally handle the truth. So, yeah. That's the difference between old people and young people. We don't look at just porn. We don't look at just garbage on the internet. Neo, born as Thomas A. Okay, is the one. Is a fictional character and the protagonist of The Matrix, created by the Wachowskis, I think they say it. So I don't know how to address him. He was portrayed as a cyber criminal and computer programmer by Keanu Reeves in the films, as well as having a cameo in the Animatrix short film Kid Story. So if you don't understand who this guy is and how he's quintessential to the argument in America about transhumanism, and who are we as Americans in the future and who we become, you got to look at him. But yeah, Stalker being the first number one in terms of sci-fi. The Bilderberg meetings, so, and that ethical question of the retard that nobody wants anymore. Nobody gives a shit. Cell phone. A subdermal hand microchip used near-field communication or radio frequency identification to store data and make countless payments without a battery. So an implementation, a small chip and the size of a grain of rice encased in a bipolar salicylic glass is injected into the skin between the thumb and the index finger. So give me the fucking bing! You know what I mean? Does it make sense now? Give me the bing. Before you give me fucking that. If you give me that, you better be goddamn ready to have that already ready at its perfect level. Because if you fuck this shit up, buddy, you're fucked for life. You're gonna be remembered as the fucking piece of shit who did that. Everybody will know, even though they all smile and can't say nothing. But everybody will know. They'll side-eye each other. They always do. So we should have got here at first. This is where we should have started from. Not here. Right, Bilderberg? So, yeah. We shouldn't have started here. This was a bad idea. Nobody stopped us at the time. Nobody said this was going to be a good idea. Everybody knew it was a bad idea from the start. It was just, let's do it. It sounds fun. So we couldn't even get here. Cell phone microchip in the hand. What else? Subdermal hand microchip currently functions as that cannot power phone calls or holographic internet access. So are you telling me we haven't even got internet access at ping point? Not yet. Not yet at all. We're just popping N-words. Saying N-words. With drones. Until China's like, watch your ass. Watch your ass. Yeah. Don't worry. They got Russia on their side. So. I know shit ain't great there either. But they didn't try to kill fucking Ice Peak. They just try to hide their secrets about how great they are. Yeah. Probably for protection's sake. I don't know Ice Peak. They're still alive. They're still going strong. So, obviously Putin knows something about security measures. proper security measures. Even when it looks like they're the bad guys. I don't know. They're still alive and still going strong. I don't know. Russia might not be the best place, but it didn't have to come down to this. It really didn't. It didn't. It was just a bad idea from the start. I'm sorry. I didn't want it to go down like this, though. But anyways, I was trying to avoid it. Keep my mouth shut. Just trying to, be like, let my people go. Let my people go. A famous line from the Bible's book of Exodus, Exodus 5:1, and the traditional African American spiritual song, Go Down, Moses. In the Texan song, God commands Moses to go to Pharaoh in Egypt and demand freedom for the enslaved Israelites. Yeah, the enslaved Israelites. So, yeah. Exodus 5:1 states, afterwards, Moses and Aaron went to Pharaoh and said, this is what the Lord, the God of Israel, says. Let my people go, so they may hold a festival to me in the wilderness. So they can hold a festival for me in the wilderness. Something they'll never do for you, right? You'll be a one-man, don't worry, I've spent a lot of birthdays by myself. Yeah, I spent most of my birthdays by myself my whole life. Nobody showed up. One time my mom said nobody liked you, James. I had this whole birthday party thing going. Now I know why she said it. Yeah. Afterward, Moses and Aaron went to Pharaoh and said, this is what the Lord, the God of Israel, says. Let my people go, so they may hold a festival to me in the wilderness. So, in Ridley Scott's 1982 sci-fi film Blade Runner, replicants serve as a class of engineered, disposable slave labor and used for dangerous off-world colonization. The replicants as chattel slavery, forced servitude. Yeah. Replicants are legally defined as corporate property rather than people, built explicitly to work and die on dangerous off-world colonies. The 4-year lifespan Terrell Corporation builds a built-in termination date into Neuro 6 replicants. The engineered morality functions as an ultimate time theft and control over the body. The fugitive slave hunt. Now I call this the witch hunts. So, the fugitive slave hunt. Rick Decker works as a Blade Runner, an operative tasked with hunting down and retiring or executing replicants who escape their bondage and return to the earth illegally. Historic and philosophical parallels. Historicology. Critics and analysts note that the film mirrors real-world chattel slavery, colonial exploitation, and historic slave revolts, matching the struggle for autonomy against systematic violence. Soft versus hard slavery. Philosophical breakdown of the film suggests a dual system control, the hard ownership of the disposable replicants, and the soft economic and bureaucratic compulsions that force human officers like Deckard to kill on command for a paycheck. And you know what's the weird thing? This is the weird thing. Deckard doesn't even know if he's a replicant. He has no clue. He has no clue. He has no clue. He doesn't know if he's real or fake. Neither does he know if his girlfriend is. The chick he runs off with, they all think that they're like real. So they're out here killing like these like ones that are spotted as like replicants that stand out. Yeah, so. But for some reason, you know, the replicants, yeah, they're the problem. Don't worry, she always cock-blocked me, so it's life. That's how it works. Let's see, where was I gonna go with this? It's a girl thing. Girls do that shit. What about your friends? Kind of thing, you know. Yeah. Sub-hand microchip. Retarded dog that walks in the water. Sounds fun, right, everyone? Retarded dog at the Bilderberg. Transhumanist art grove. Look at him. He's so cute. We always wanted one. Yeah. So, how about Neo? Neo. What's the ethical? Yeah. I guess they're trannies now. Lily and them. They're trannies. I don't want to do that. It looks painful. I don't want to do it. That's not my favorite thing. That's not something I want. But it works for them, I guess. That's their life, not mine. That has nothing to do with me. So I just want to make sure I get good Korean food every once in a while. Or some, like, I don't know, McDonald's. When I'm hungry. Or like a big thing of fucking chicken dinner from KFC. But other than that, I really don't check up too often. So you just wasted your whole fucking time. You know, you missed my, like, we'll have a pop quiz later. We'll figure it out, right? So, yeah. Akira. Or do you want to go Akira? Akira. We can go Akira. Let's look at Akira. Akira movie, 1988. Oh my God, do we want to go this route now? It's kind of cute, I guess. He can take over the fucking world. Why not, right? We choose you. Liberate Kanye West. Free Kanye West. You know, so, yeah. Free Kanye West. So, yeah. If he had to do this. So, he had no choice, I'm sure. He knows what chattel slavery means. Yeah, he knows what chattel slavery means, so I'm sure. Don't mind if, yeah. I don't know. The angry Asian woman. Like my mom. Gets a home in a plantation. And she gets to decorate it. Clean it up. Cook dinner the way she wants. Makes it all pretty for the you know how it is. Thomas Jefferson. Sally Helm. We can talk about civil rights next, I guess, or race rights or whatever, human rights. How it was once illegal for people of different nationalities to get married. So that could be another topic for another day. Thomas Jefferson, Sally Helm.